kind of performance too, because we don't know what the timeline is for AZ Fudd. That's still to be determined.
Right.
But to have this kind of performance without, as Paige put it, the gravity that she brings to the game.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it changes things. We were just talking about how the dynamics change with Dorka Juhas graduating and everything, but AZ Fudd, I mean, she came out of the gates, had 18 points in one of their preseason games, and just a player you have to honor whether she has the ball or not on the offensive end, because she's a floor spacer. You have to respect her abilities.
She has some Minnesota connections as well. Her family with a cabin here in the States. Frequent place they go to relax and recreate on the lake.
Yeah. Yes, so my daughter played with AZ Fudd on the same AAU team. And there's the family. You see the merch for AZ Fudd. That's her grandma standing up with the glasses on, and that's her mom there, Katie, and her dad sitting down right there, Tim Fudd, where they run the GTS Fusion.
Paige Bueckers taking a seat on the bench, feeling that appreciation from the crowd that loves women's basketball in this city. We look at just the Big Ten tournament last year here in Minneapolis, setting an attendance record. The crowd at Minnesota Lynx games, this is a special one for both that player and for this community.
No question about it. I mean, it's all tied in. I mean, you see the little elementary school age kids here just in awe, not even blinking, looking at these players play hard and smart. And then you see a Paige Bueckers and an AZ Fudd going to these Lynx and Mystics games and seeing the WNBA players and in all of them wanting to aspire to be that as well.
And of course, wearing a Dorka Juhas jersey for her close friend. She even offered to Dorka, anytime you want a home-cooked meal. She took him on the boat, giving her the whole Minnesota experience. But you're right, that connection to the WNBA is so important for these players who want to go to that next level.
No question. It's right there. It's a tangible goal to reach when you see your teammates, you know the work that's necessary to get to the next level.
And as Betancourt, Amari DeBerry new into the game for UConn as they look to tie a bow on a very strong second half. They shot well throughout, but just weren't quite clicking to get that separation. That happened in the third.
The fast break points, the 13-3 advantage by UConn. And they were able to do that by getting the steals and the scores in this game.
Starters coming out for Minnesota, including multiple Minnesota natives in Hart, Hire, and Battle, who were so pumped up for this matchup as well. KK Arnold pushing off, and she is whistled with 45 to play.
Well, you still want to maintain your focus and execution. It doesn't matter the time on the clock, right? You still want to come out and do your job and do it well.
It's like a timeout called by Minnesota here with 30 seconds left, trailing by 18. And Paige Bueckers gets to go back to Stores. Feeling pretty good about this one since she was looking so much forward to it. Had at least 100 family and friends in the stands, plus getting a really solid win under their belts as a team.
Yeah, and I think if you put all of those things on the list, which one would she circle as being the most important? The dub, right? She wanted to come here and play and compete in front of her family and friends, former high school teammates, and all, okay? But she wanted to win. She wanted the team to win. You see her mom there with the UConn Huskies with the red on it there. And it's just been really fun to watch her get back to it, get back on the floor because she's been so hungry.
Caden Samuels with the rebound. And UConn can finish this off and improve to 3-1 this season. That one blemish after they started number 2 in the country to NC State. And now stringing together some wins against ranked Maryland. And then against this Minnesota team looking to prove to the Big Ten it is up and coming.
Tough bucket inside by Sanders.
That is the final. 62-44 is the UConn victory. They outscored Minnesota 21-6 in the third quarter. That was the complete difference maker. Shot around 44% for the entire game, but another precise and well-executed defensive game plan, holding Minnesota to 26% shooting, including 6 of 34 from 3. So Paige Bueckers scoring 12 points in this one, 8 rebounds, 4 assists as well, continues her remarkable comeback season. She's really lost the better of the last 2 years, but her start to the season has been outstanding. And you can see why head coach Gino Auriemma said to start this season, Paige is a better basketball player now than when she was the National Player of the Year, the first freshman to win the Naismith AP and Wooden Player of the Year awards. And it is off to a great start, which is great not just for UConn, but for women's basketball, period, to be able to see her back out onto the court. UConn today also keyed by Aaliyah Edwards, the senior, the returning leading scorer. 16 points for her on 8 of 15 shooting. Pulled down 9 rebounds. Was all around outstanding in this one. In this 62-44 victory for the UConn Huskies. Christy Winter-Scott standing by with the Minnesota native, Paige Bueckers.